Next on My North End, more underground secrets.
Let me look inside there.
Joe, don't stick your head in there.
Ghost stories.
Rumor has it, a ghost used to live here.
Great eats.
You should really try one.
I will.
And a cup of coffee, too.
Very, very good.
All that and more on
My North End. Welcome back to My North End,
As promised, we're back at Cafe Victoria.
the go-to place for great coffee and Italian pastry.
Hey, Richie, we're going to talk about this place, right?
Of course, but for right now, you're gonna take us on another basement tour.
Richie, basement? Come on, you know we call them cellars in the North End.
My name is Bob Onessimo. My name may sound familiar from my Uncle Joey Onessimo, who was on the first episode of My North End.
I grew up on the street, and I come from the North End, and I loved it.
We're here at Hull Street Court with Bobby O.
So I seen an episode with Joe Testa about the alleyways and private ways in the North End. So I bumped into him and I told him, hey, you forgot to shoot my private alleyway with lots of history pertaining to the Old North Church.
My mistake, Bobby. Sorry.
That's okay, I forgive you.
Bobby, we're going to do it now on this episode of My North End. I hear you have something real interesting down there.
Let's do it.
Bobby, this is it down here?
Yeah, you know, years ago, Joe, in the 1700s, on Salem Street, there was no buildings in front of me. This was the first building of the block.
So that was all land then?
It was
before.
all land.
Oh, wow, what's that? Is that one of my old friends?
You remember that guy?
Yes, I do. Yeah, and he was that tall.
What time do you think you're going to be home later?
5:30 or 6, and then we can go to the Peachtree for dinner.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Hi, may we come in?
Hi, yeah, come on.
Oh, good to see you.
Yes,
Thanks
nice
for
to
letting
see
us
you
in.
too. Yeah, no problem.
How are you?
Good.
Hi,
Good to see
Molly.
you. Good.
Thank you for letting us in
Yes,
here,
of
too.
course.
Joe, before we go downstairs, I want to show you something interesting. Pat and Molly, thank you for inviting us into your apartment.
Yes,
We
of
appreciate it.
course. Yeah, anytime.
Yep, and we want to give you a little history about your place over here.
Okay.
This is from the 1700s. Look at this old built-in oven. Down here, you would put the fuel, probably wood, and up here, you would bake the beans.
Wow, look at that. Let me look inside there. Oh, my God, look at that.
Joe, don't stick your head in there.
All right, boy, I see there's the embers in there from the 1700s. But look at this here. The eagle, the United States flag there, it's the round edition, the wings, the head, the feet.
What are these things, Joe?
Those are rosettes, Bobby. There's 4 of them on here, 4 rosettes. That had to be all handmade back then. There was no cast to make anything like that. That was all banged out with hammer. It's amazing.
Can we keep wine in there?
It might get hot in there.
Take a look at the brick in there. Look how it's all
Oh,
rounded.
it's rounded. Wow.
And if you look up top, it's rounded like a pizza oven.
I'm just wondering about this right here. It looks like it maybe would have slid over. I was wondering, like, would they have looked in on the food?
Good question. This was a damper that used to slide over to bring air in while you're cooking.
Would that have helped control the temperature of the food?
Exactly, Molly. That's exactly what that did. If it got too hot in there, so it wouldn't burn the product that they put in there, and it would also heat up the apartment.
So this is where the damper would have been, which is currently blocked up.
Folks, this is a tunnel that led right underground, right into the Old North Church.
Years ago, this was the original rectory where the priests stayed for the Old North Church back in the 1700s.
So they actually went through here to get to the church.
The only way to get into the Old North Church via underground tunnels was through this building right here.
The people that you bought the building from, they went and dug up all this history.
They had a whole bunch of history on this. That's why they named it Parsonage Realty Trust.
Bobby, when you said parsonage, does that mean passage?
Absolutely right, Molly.
Wow, Bob, you got some wicked smart tenants here.
Obviously, it's been blocked up like all the other underground tunnels in the North End.
Why did they need tunnels?
So supposedly during the 1700s, I guess we waited for low tide and at night, and we would sneak in the products that would come in from overseas without paying a tax to the British.
Bobby, isn't that illegal?
Pat, the North End, illegal? That's a bad word.
Okay, got it. Bobby, we have these same beams in our apartment. Would those have been original?
They're similar to these. These are all original back in the 1700s. Joe, you're an ace carpenter. What do you think about these beams?
These here They're all tongue and groove in here because years ago they didn't have joist hangers. They called the post and beam back then.
And nails were very expensive.
They had to be made one by one. Very, very expensive, and they were all square nails.
This beam's going to be 12 by 12 by 12.
It's the original. It's the main carrying beam for the building. This here was all hand milled. No saws. This was all chopped with an axe.
Hey, Joe, is this what you meant by how it like just fits together?
Molly, exactly. Exactly. You see the way it was milled out? That's it right there. This beam here, with a hammer and a chisel, they had to make a hole right through it. Wow. As you can see the square here. And they had to mill this beam out to fit right in here. Now you're going back 1700s and it's still there. And this beam is as old as the North End.
Hey, Joe, is there anything in here?
Wait, let me look. Yeah, Bobby, my finger. Oh, wait, Bobby, I'm stuck. Pull it, pull it.
Joe, but were you really stuck?
Richie, it's another North End secret. Gabish.
I'll add it to the list.
Please do. And as promised, Cafe Victoria.
Coffee, coffee, coffee. Who doesn't love coffee? Well, maybe these guys. Is that the reason we kicked them out? Welcome to Cafe Victoria, Boston's first Italian cafe. The building has been here since 1896. It was a speakeasy in 1920. Cafe Victoria has been serving up Italian coffees,
Delicious.
pastries,
The outstanding.
and specialty drinks since 1929. And of course they have cannoli, but remember, if you just want one, it's cannolo. And if you're not a cannoli person, they have some wonderful gelato. Cafe Victoria has been owned by the Richie family for many years. I've known the sons all my life, and we grew up together. Come on in and check out some of the antiques. Beautiful coffee grinder. This place is a time machine, literally. Here you will find the history of coffee making. Look at the size of this thing. And we are told this contraption is the only one in existence. Show me how you make an espresso.
Yeah, I make about 300 espressos a day. Right now we're steaming milk, you see, for a cappuccino also. Got a multitask here. Espresso and the steamed milk. And that's a cappuccino. The most popular coffee here is cappuccino. Cappuccino is the best. It's the specialty of the house.
Oh, that was such a good cappuccino. The best in town.
So many celebrities had visited this cafe. And a few politicians too. This guy looks like my uncle. Maybe he was one of the original servers. They liked him so much they called it taxidermy. Now he lives forever as a greeter at the Cafe Victoria. Hundreds of thousands of people take photos with him. I don't know his name, but he's very popular. Cafe Victoria keeps it simple. A wonderful cup of coffee.
Very, very good.
And a delicious piece of pastry. What else do you need? It's not always quiet here, but drinking coffee is a social event, right? Bring a date and don't forget the kids. The Richie family wants everyone to feel welcome. You look a little familiar. I've seen you here before.
When I need an Italian fix, I come up here and I come right to the Cafe Vittoria, and that's my first stop. This was our first cafe stop, right? So we love this place. We love the Richie association with it. Great place.
We're at Cafe Victoria with my beautiful wife and enjoying the best coffee in North End. Victoria again.
They even have a cigar bar. Well, this is the entrance to the cigar bar. Rumor has it, a ghost used to live here, but they got rid of him a few years ago. For a great cup of coffee, pastry, and cocktail, come down to Cafe Victoria.
Richie, you don't see many cigar bars around anymore.
Joe, it's the last one in the city.
Next up, one of Alex's favorite spots.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at my happy place, the Golden Goose Market.
Hi, my name is Steve DeAngelis, and I'm the proud owner of the Golden Goose Market.
Tell me a little bit about the history of this place.
We started next door. We expanded to 179, where we are now. In '86, we took another bay, and in 2000, we took the third bay. Unfortunately, we can't go any further now.
Describe the store for us.
In a nutshell, this is a supermarket that has been thrown in the dryer. Everything you can find in a supermarket, you'll find here. We have everything from a handmade sandwich or pizza, a old and very expensive bottle of wine, fresh meat cut to order, fresh produce, seafood. Ronnie Hernandez goes down to the Boston Sword and Tuna 3 times a week, and because of his relationship, he gets to pick the best of the best that they have. Everything you see prepared here, we make. We make empanadas from scratch, press them ourselves, and we sell them in our hut case. Pre-made dinners, both hot and cold, made here from scratch. Not some frozen cutlet, but actually a hand-cut cutlet breaded and fried here. Homemade soups every day. 2 that in particular are special are our turkey chili and Italian wedding soup.
When I was back there watching one of your staff members making a pizza, I was impressed by how incredible the color of the sauce was. Is that homemade?
It is. All of our sauces are homemade. Actually, our pizza sauce, we source the tomatoes from California because we like them the best. We're very proud of what we make here. Don't take shortcuts on anything. This store is about fresh, fresh, fresh. What we do that the supermarket doesn't do is we cater to people. We deliver people newspapers in the morning because they can't get out. We bring them their coffee. We drive them home, all at no charge.
I'm here 5 times a day. My wife says I spend more time here than I do in our own condo. Oh, that's my favorite. But they have everything that you need to offer. The freshest of foods, the best of foods. I absolutely love this place.
You have my favorite, rainbow cookies.
And you should really try one.
I will. Outstanding. Oh, I recognize this one. It's Gaetano's. So you have quite an array of vinegars and oils here. Tell me a little more about it.
Well, that particular one is a special one from the Salumeria on Richmond Street, but we have everything here, both Italian and Greek and Spanish olive oils.
So what's the story with this? You bring your own bottle and you fill it up?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked. So this is a Greek oil from the actual people that own the olive groves in Greece. Comes in large containers, and you just come and you put this in. You fill it up, and it's one price the first time, so you pay for the bottle, but the refills are $3 less.
I've never seen anything like that before.
We're the only ones in the North End with it.
You know, I don't drink, but if I did, I think I would pick the bottle that says Boom Boom.
That's why we sell this, because of the label, and it says Boom Boom. The Syrah from Washington State is good, but we just like the label. And so often you buy stuff for the label.
What about the online ordering and delivery?
Well, that's an interesting thing because it was never something I did. The young man who is now my partner, Jesse Powers, brought that about where you can order both food service and anything in the store. And we basically deliver anything you want in the store, usually inside an hour.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, you just give them a quick call and they're like, how long? 30 minutes? And they usually got it to you.
It makes it like super convenient, and we just love supporting local.
It's a neighborhood store. We live on our neighborhood. It's more a part of my life than where I live at home.
I heard a rumor you may be expanding.
We have signed a lease and are ready to go to the Charlestown Navy Yard to take over an existing 7-Eleven. And we will go there either May 1st or June 1st of this year.
Now the big question, why the Golden Goose?
That's sort of a cute story. So when I started this company, I had also had a white hen pantry in the back bay. My son used to read Mother Goose, and he used to equate the goose that laid the golden egg with the chicken that sits on the nest of the white hen pantry logo. And the first time he came to the store, he called it the Golden Goose. And I said, that's it.
So for the best in North End shopping, come to the Golden Goose.
We'd like to thank the Cafe Victoria and the Richie family for letting us shoot here.
They're great people, so come on down and check this place out.
And remember, keep watching My North End on YouTube. It's free.